Hey guys, I just finished downloading all my Facebook data and here is what I found. I know, all of this is a little embarrassing, but wait, here's the surprising part. Apart from this generic stuff like photos, status updates, and my interest, Facebook has an access to all my contacts, my activities on the platform, and a log of all the devices that I have used to log in, along with their IP addresses. There is also a list of ads that I've ever interacted with and the companies that currently have my profile. If you examine all of this information carefully, you can tell what kind of a person I am. But what exactly is this data and how does Facebook collect it? I'll tell you in this episode of On the Money. Today we're breaking down what big data is and how it is collected and utilized. Today, most of our daily activities involve using the internet. We use it to post photos and videos, to check out social media, connect with friends, strangers, and sometimes slide into DMs. From binge-watching cat reels to virtual home tours, from shopping online to ordering food, watching shows, transferring money, and travel bookings, we are dependent on the internet for a lot of things. Everything we do in this digital ecosystem is a form of data, which is basically information of our digital activity. With all of us combined, over 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is generated every single day. That's like storing all seasons of Game of Thrones 39 million times. This study of data can help predicting personal as well as collective human behavior. And humans have been collecting data for a long time. Although it was a little challenging earlier because of the lack of tech, data collection still played a crucial role in curing diseases, fighting wars, and building new systems. The first data processing machine was developed in 1943 by the British to decipher Nazi codes during World War II. Then in 1965, the first data center was built by the US government for storing millions of tax returns and fingerprint sets. Some theorists feared that this would interfere with people's privacy. Hence, the project was closed. But still, this initiative is considered to be the first big step at large-scale data storage. Personal computers came in the market in 1977, followed by the World Wide Web in 1989, which finally led to the sharing of information using a hypertext system where one could just navigate from one link to another. This also allowed for transfer of data, be it in any form, audio, video, and pictures. Now, by 1995, supercomputers had arrived, which could do the work that would take a single person thousands of years in a matter of seconds. They could perform highly advanced calculation that other computers couldn't, which made the process of collecting data a lot faster. And in 2005, the world got introduced to the term big data. Now, big data is any voluminous amount of structured and unstructured data that can be used to mine information to derive patterns, trends, and associations. Companies can collect data by recording our internet activity. From photos, videos, social media, online purchases, transactions, everything can be collected in form of data. When we sign up with a website to buy something online for the first time, we provide our data to that company by filling out our name, numbers, and email addresses. Companies can also pull in customer data from their own websites, which have cookies and web beacons. These technologies help the consumers with options like autofill, which make the overall experience a little more hassle-free. But they also enable companies to track their visitors' browsing histories. This lets them know that where their customers have been, what they've looked at, and where they go after they're finished browsing the company's website. क्योंकि कभी-कभी होता नहीं है कि तुम किसी वेबसाइट पे कोई स्नीकर्स देख रहे होते हो and the very next day किसी और एप्लीकेशन पे उसी स्नीकर की एड आ रही होती है. That's why. Companies also use their own customer service and sales record to look at transaction histories and how the customers have interacted with the sales and the support departments. This collective data can be used by them for predicting user patterns and behaviors. It also helps them build better and more intuitive product for the ever-demanding consumer. That's you, by the way. The big data that companies end up collecting is so large and complex that traditional computing systems cannot really handle it. So it's stored on software facilities that are robust and simple. These software facilities are called frameworks. Frameworks like Hadoop break down a large chunk of data by storing it in smaller parts on different machines. Now let's say that you have 4 terabytes of data in total. What Hadoop will do is that it will divide this data into 4 equal parts and store 1 terabyte of data on each machine. By doing this, the time taken to store the entire data is significantly reduced. For example, if it takes you 4 hours to store 4 terabytes of data, it will now only take you 1 hour to do the same because you've divided your data into smaller parts. Each machine will not only process this data, but also create copies of it, so that if in case the machine fails, there's always a backup. All the machines parallelly process this data, and once they're done, it is ready to be used by the companies. Today in 2021, data is the most valuable asset on the planet, even more than oil. Why? Because it helps companies understand how you think. The more data companies have, the better their predictions become. They can use this data to make advancements in various fields like tech, healthcare, lifestyle, and to create better products and services for the consumers. The global big data and business analytics market size was valued at $193.14 billion in 2019 and is expected to grow to $274 billion in 2022. Big tech giants like Amazon, Netflix, Google, Facebook have access to a goldmine of data, which they use to better their products and efficiency and for more personalized and targeted advertising. This in turn also helps the consumer in receiving better quality services and making easy purchases. For example, Spotify. Spotify utilizes big data to predict the kind of music you might like and make suggestions accordingly. This helps you explore a lot more options with just one touch, without having to go hunting for new songs or artists. Similarly, Amazon uses big data to make smarter suggestions for its users. When you shop on their application or website, you might come across something called frequently bought together category for certain items. You may or may not consider buying these items, but it's good to have that option, right? This suggestion made by Amazon is derived from analytics of similar purchases made previously on their site by different users. Basically, their big data. Today, the most obvious way to make money from big data is by selling it. This is done when companies do not have the internal resources to process and analyze big data. They buy data from a trusted enterprise and then use it to gain new insights about their consumers. Brands also acquire data analytics companies to make more intelligent decisions using their data. For example, Nike acquired leading data analytics company Zodiac to improve their customer retention. Zodiac's technology allows Nike to understand the patterns of their customers using Nike apps as well as other connected devices such as Fitbits. Now, if a customer usually replaces their running shoes every 6 months, but it's been 12 months that they haven't made their last purchase, Nike will know that it's time to prompt them. They will send them a personalized offer to resume their purchase cycle. Now, all of this is smart, but there's one major concern that consumers have with big data, and that is privacy. Since our activities are constantly being tracked, a chunk of consumers have started feeling a little insecure, which is why Apple decided to take an initiative in this direction. Their new software update prompts the users to choose whether or not they want an application to track them. But companies like Facebook have raised concerns about this update because it limits businesses' ability to run personalized ads. Now remember, at Facebook, small businesses are at the core of their enterprise, with more than 10 million of them using advertising tools each month to find new customers, which means that new privacy feature by Apple is perceived as a threat to startups and entrepreneurs. In the future, big data is expected to face bigger challenges around privacy, but machine learning will be at the forefront of big data revolution. All major sectors from healthcare to lifestyle, education, and tech will witness tremendous amounts of growth. Companies will have opportunities to serve consumers of tomorrow with better products, more personalized shopping experiences, and smarter deals at reduced costs. As data continues to expand, cloud storage providers like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud are predicted to rule in storing big data. International Data Corporation estimates that by 2025, 6 billion users, or 75% of the world's population, will be interacting with online data every single day, which means that each connected user will have at least one data interaction every 18 seconds. In such a hyper-connected world, humans and technology will co-evolve at a fast rate, and AI will become integrated with most aspects of our life. And who knows, there might come a time when you and I are able to upload our minds on a cloud and become immortal. Till then, you go big on that data, and do not forget to check out other episodes of On the Money. Subscribe to Cred's YouTube channel for more money-related stuff, and do make sure to hit the like button. And yeah, thank you for watching.